Hello, welcome to Ludic Science. In this video I will talk about a basic concept in electronics, which are the constant current sources. This is important because sometimes it's not the voltage what is important, but the current that we apply to a certain circuit or device, which must be held at a constant or near constant value. This video is sponsored by GLC PCB. GLC PCB is a company that makes excellent quality PCBs at an unbeatable price. You can order boards online in minutes. After registration, upload your Gerber files, select the PCB properties, select the payment method, and place your order. Best price and quality for all your PCB needs. The simplest way, but also the most inefficient to obtain a constant current is with a simple resistor. Suppose we have an LED and this LED needs 20 milliamps to work. So we connect a resistor in series with the LED and we apply a voltage. Suppose we have a source of 5 volts and our LED works at 3 volts. In these circumstances, we want to know what is the value of the resistor that we need to add to the circuit in order to have a current of 20 milliamps. So we apply Ohm's law, voltage equals current time resistance, and therefore the resistance will be voltage divided by current. So our voltage is 5 volts from the supply minus the 3 volts of the LED divided by 20 milliamps, which is 0.02 amps. This gives a value of 100 ohms. Okay, let's see. Here I have the LED with the 100 ohm resistor. Let's check the current. I will apply 5 volts to the LED plus resistor, and I have the multimeter to measure the current. So we can see that we have almost 19 milliamps. The difference with the calculation is because of the tolerances in the resistor and the LED voltage. But the problem with this circuit is that if we change the applied voltage, for example, if I use 6 volts, our current is now almost 28 milliamps. And also, if I use less voltage, 4 volts, our current goes down. So a simple resistor as a constant current source is not good enough. This circuit has better regulation than a simple resistor. It is formed by a voltage divider with these 2 resistors and a transistor. Now suppose that we want to pass constant current through this LED, say 20 milliamps. Therefore, the load current is 20 milliamps. And now, if we keep the current base of the transistor low enough, then we can say that the emitter current is approximately the same as the load current. Now, using Ohm's law, we know that the emitter voltage is equal to the emitter current times the resistance at the emitter. Therefore, the resistance at the emitter will be equal to VE over IE. Now, let's say that the emitter voltage is 2 volts. That will give an emitter resistance of 2 volts divided by the emitter current, which is 0.002 amps. and this is equal to 100 ohms. Now, for most transistors, the voltage at the base is equal to the voltage at the emitter plus 0.7 volts. So that will be 2.7 volts that we need at the base. How do we get the 2.7 volts? That is why we need the voltage divider. Suppose that we apply a voltage of 5 volts to the circuit, but we need 2.7 at this point. Now, for a voltage divider, the voltage at this point, which is the voltage at resistor 2, is equal to the input voltage times the ratio of the resistances. Now, doing a little algebra, we can transform this equation into this one. So, this is R2. The ratio of R1 to R2 is equal to, we have 5 volts at the input and 2.7 at the base of the transistor. And this will give a value of 0.85. So we need to choose the resistors to give this number. And for example, we can use a resistor R1 of 850 ohms and R2 of 1000 ohms. And this will give you the value 0.85 that you need in order to get 2.7 volts at the transistor's base, and that will produce a current at the LED of 20 milliamps. Here's the circuit on breadboard. Here we apply the input voltage. Here you can see the voltage divider. Resistor 1 is formed by these two resistors because 850 ohms is not a commercial value. So I used one resistor of 820 ohms and another of 33 ohms for a total of 853 ohms. Not the exact value, but pretty close. The other is the 1K resistor. I am using a transistor which is the 2N2222A and the resistor at the emitter and a common LED. Let's now test the circuit. I'm going to turn on the power supply at a voltage of 5 volts. And you can see at the multimeter that we have a current flowing through the LED of 21.5 milliamps. Now let me raise the voltage, 5.2 volts, and we can see an increase at the current through our load. So it has no perfect regulation. The current increases when we raise the voltage, but it is better than using a simple resistor. At 6 volts we have a current of 28 milliamps. The reason why the current at the load is not constant is that the voltage at the transistor's base also is not constant. And that is because a voltage divider provides a variable voltage at this point depending on the input voltage. So we can have better regulation if instead of using a resistor here, we place a string of diodes. As you know, each diode represents a voltage drop of approximately 0.8 volts. So if we put 4 diodes in series, we will have a voltage drop between these points of 3.2 volts. And that will be the voltage that we apply at the transistor's base. So our current at the load, which depends on the base voltage, will be more constant than using a resistor at this point. Okay, let me illustrate the concept of voltage drop across diodes. I have 6 volts applied to this incandescent lamp, but I have put in series with the lamp a string of 4 diodes. And let's see the voltage drop that we have at the diodes. In the first diode, we have a voltage drop of 0.798 volts. And it must be approximately the same at each of the diodes. There are little differences because of the tolerances, but at every diode we have approximately close to 0.8 volts of voltage drop. So the string of 4 diodes has a total voltage drop of close to 3.2 volts. Therefore, at our lamp, we do not have the full 6 volts, but the difference between 6 and 3.2, which is 2.8 volts. Okay, I have replaced resistor 2 with the string of 4 diodes, and let's now see how good is the current regulation. Okay, let's test the circuit again. Apply 5 volts and we can see a current of 21.2 milliamps. And now raise the voltage 5.2 volts and we have a current increase to 21.71 milliamps. Very little increase. Now if we use 6 volts as before, we only have a current of 23 milliamps. And if you remember, at 6 volts with the previous circuit, we were at, I think, 28 milliamps. So we still don't have perfect regulation, but this circuit is much better than the 2 previous versions. Well, as you can see, obtaining a constant current is not an easy task. In this circuit, you can obtain a better regulation if instead of using the string of diode, you use a Zener diode, which is designed precisely for this task. Thanks for your visit. I hope you liked this video. If you want to help me, please visit my Patreon page. Thanks and see you in the next one.